Hey, before we get into this episode, have you seen that my new book is out? It's called Stop Selling and Help Them Buy Weddings and Events. And it's a book that you helped me write because you would ask me at a conference, which of your books has what you just spoke about on stage? And if it wasn't in any of my books, I'd say it's in the next one. Well, here it is. Here's the next one. How to respond to reviews. What if you don't like doing sales? The 3 questions to ask every prospect, or they can't ask for what they don't know exists. These are just some of the chapters in there. And the beauty is you don't have to read it front to back. You can jump around to any chapter, kind of like my other book, Wit, Wisdom, and the Business of Weddings, where you can jump to any chapter because they're not necessarily connected to one another. And if you want to get free shipping on a paperback copy, go to shopalanberg.com and use the coupon code podcast. That's shopalanberg.com. Use the coupon code podcast. Get free shipping on me. Otherwise, it's on Audible. It's on Kindle. And if you go to podcast.allenberg.com, the links are all there as well. Thanks. Is it your job to educate your customers? Listen to this episode. Find out where I'm going with this one. Welcome to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, Allen Berg. I'm a speaker, author, sales trainer, website reviewer, and I help businesses like yours sell more, profit more, and have more fun doing it. Enjoy this episode. Hey, it's Allen Berg. Welcome back to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I very often see with my clients and with other people I meet at conferences and things, you're trying to educate your customers on your products, your services, what your category of services does. And I always think about, is it your job to educate them, or is it your job to tell them the kind of results that you can provide for them, not what the industry is there to do? And the reason that I get to this is there are websites like The Knot, Wedding Wire, and others out there. You can Google all kinds of different things and find information about your services and products. And by the time someone reaches out to you, I've said this many, many times, they've already done their research to the point that they want to find out more from you. And what they're trying to find out is not, why should I hire a professional fill in the blank? It's, why should I hire you? Why do I want your results? And something I talked about in my latest book, Stop Selling and Help Them Buy, the recurring theme was, you need to help them buy the results they can only get from you. And when you're trying to educate them at the point that they've already gotten to your website and you're trying to educate them on the service, you're missing the opportunity to educate them on the kind of results that you can provide for them. And along the way, you're also teaching them about your services and products, but in a way that shows them the results of those products and services. Because I've said this many times, we don't buy products and services because we want products and services. We buy them for the utility of those products and services, for the results of having those products and services, right? When I bought a new webcam, the one that I'm using right here, this is one that fits right on my screen. So I'm both looking at the camera and my face is right there. And when I'm having a Zoom call with someone else, I put the camera right next to their face. So I'm looking at the screen at them at the same time. I didn't need a camera because I had 1-2 cameras already, right? But I bought this camera because it gave me utility that the others didn't have. The ability to not have to be looking up. At least this, like if you're watching on YouTube, this is what I used to be doing, is I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking up, and you can see now that I'm looking up because I'm not looking at the screen. This allows me to be looking at the screen and know that I'm looking right at the camera, so that you who are watching on YouTube feel like I'm looking at you, because that's what I want you to feel. So did I need a camera? No, I had cameras. Did I need this camera because it gave me use and results that others don't? Yes. And that's the same thing for everything that we buy. We buy the things for the utility of them, for the results of them. So if someone needs a wedding planner, that's great. But why do they need you? Because if we just list what a wedding planner does, or why is it important to hire a professional planner? Well, any planner can say those things. Why should I hire you? That's the key, is why should I hire you? And it doesn't matter what you do. I should hire you because I want your results. Because very few of you listening, maybe none of you, but very few of you listening have no competition whatsoever. So if you have no competition, it's you or nothing, right? So do I want it or don't I? But if it's I want this, I need this, right? I need a video taken of my wedding. I need a band, or I need a DJ, or I need catering, or I need a cake, or I need invitations, or I need transportation. Great. By the time I reach out to you, and by the time I get to your website, even before I reach out to you, you have to get me to want to take the next step by showing me, why do I want to get your results? Not somebody's results, your results specifically. So again, think about this. Are you trying to educate them on your product or service, or are you trying to inform them how the results that you can provide, that's what you want to talk about, are the results they want? And then that gets them to want to reach out. So this was a quick one, but I hope it gives you something to think about there. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Wedding Business Solutions podcast. If you liked it, please subscribe to this channel and post a review on your chosen platform, Apple Podcasts or whichever one. If you have any questions about anything in this episode or any of my episodes, email me directly at alan@weddingbusinesssolutions.com or visit my website, alanberg.com. alanberg.com. If you have any suggestions for future topics or guests that you'd like to see, please again email me or visit my website. Thanks for listening.